So there you go. You're a member of the church?
What's that?
You're a member of the church?
I do.
How do you feel about this?
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way. I don't think the answer is going into God's church.
You don't think this is peaceful?
Well, it's trespassing.
Nobody fighting.
It's trespassing. How would you feel if I went to your house and I started yelling?
It depends on what I did, but not in my house. That's a whole different thing. I think these people would go inside of anybody's house.
This is the house of God.
Which makes it everybody's house.
Yes, it is. But in a house, people don't yell at each other.
Yeah, but there was a lot of yelling in my house growing up. We still loved each other.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that yelling is the answer, right?
I'm sorry?
That doesn't necessarily mean yelling is the answer, right?
No, but I think it's the way you work things out is that you talk to each other, you disagree. Sometimes it's heated, sometimes it's not. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings. And I think maybe if the pastor would try to calm things down and say, let's all talk together and make this peaceful and not be so us against them.
I think that's good to talk, but then why don't we do that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think trespassing, I think protesting on the streets is fine, but I think there's a difference between that and then going into someone's property and then yelling.
How do you feel about allegedly, according to the protesters here, there's a member of ICE who is a pastor here, or is a member of the clergy?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
A member of the clergy or a pastor here is works with ICE, and that's why they're upset.
I didn't know that.
Allegedly, I don't know. That's what they say.
Okay, well, I'd say before just ramming into a church, maybe it'd be good to get some more information first.
Yeah.
But you said talking is the answer, right?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe instead of making assumptions, it'd be good to ask the person first before making that assumption, then going into their church.
I don't know if they tried to talk to anyone. Would you be okay with your pastor talking to them?
I think conversations will be great. I think we need more communication. I don't necessarily agree with what's going on with ICE raids and stuff, but I also don't think fire with fire is the answer.
I appreciate you giving me your opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yeah, there you go. And so folks are leaving. The pastor's here. He's leaving. I'm surprised that law enforcement has not showed up yet. So we'll see. Let's go out front and see what's happening. Let's go out front. So I'm going to take you outside of the church and just show you a little bit. But yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And, you know, I just imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah. It's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but that's what really, careful, please, really slippery. Not kidding. That's what protesting is about. And so there's you see the police are here. They haven't come in yet, but that police are here. And this is where folks are leaving. Just want to show you, and that's the inside of the church there where they are. And so the pastor, I don't know if you can see in there, the pastor's hugging members of the church as they are about to leave. And so, an interesting Sunday morning for you. What do you think of this?
I'm a Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home. I'm sorry that you guys are so angry.
I'm just chronically. I'm not with the group.
Oh, what do I have to say?
Can you understand why they're angry?
I don't understand any of this because I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man who loves the Lord and is a good father. So this is what we look forward to, is coming, being with our family and praising Jesus, and that's not something that we have to run away from. So this is kind of a bad day for us. But, you know, we're going to heaven, so that's the best news we got.
Do you understand that some of these folks feel voiceless?
I don't understand, because right now I'm so upset right now. I don't really have I'm thirsty, and I can't think very clearly. So what I want to do is just say, we love you. Yeah. My son and I love you guys.
Yeah.
And
I'm a journalist. They're activists.
The simplest thing we can say is that we love you guys.
What do you mean, you guys?
Well, whoever's here in this house.
Okay.
We don't distinguish between Christian and non-Christian. We love everyone. We want everyone to come to heaven. Yeah. We want people to go to heaven. Yeah. That's the main thing. We want folks to go to heaven. And if we need to talk about these things, then, I mean, this isn't the time for that, really. I mean,
but don't you think until we go to heaven, if you believe in that there should be some sort of peace here on earth, and that people should have agency, and we shouldn't be beating people up off the street, and we should be abiding by the Constitution?
I think that's just a little bit loaded for me right now. What you're doing.
Why so?
Well, I don't want to interview right now. I don't want to interview. I just want to tell you guys I love you. I don't need to interview right now because I want to be with my son. It's Sunday. It's time for rest and for renewal.
Like in his car, just went right on the corner.
And I would like to answer your question. I just can't right now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. The protesters are still inside of the church. Police have showed up, but they haven't come inside yet. A couple of the members are speaking to me. They're upset. And you can imagine. Of course they would be upset. So the crowd has significantly dwindled. And the reason the reason. Can I talk to you, sir? What do you think of this?
You know, I agree with everybody's freedom to protest. These people have come into our house and they've interrupted our worship. This is a house of peace, and we try to proclaim that. And this stirs division and rancor. And in the end, it's not helpful. Ultimately, I believe they've lost. They've emptied a house of worship. Everybody's gone home. Their point has been proven worthless. And so, in the end, I think they lose. But more importantly, if I was to break into any of their houses uninvited, cause derision and upset according to their values, I would be kicked out ultimately. It's not a good way. I feel violated. I feel interrupted. I feel angry.
May I ask you something? When you were saying if you had showed up at their house, they're saying that people are showing up at houses where they're citizens without due process and breaking and entering a house. One that we saw, I've been watching from New York, with a battering ram into someone's private property, and there's no recourse. There's no, you understand what I'm saying?
This is all part of a much larger dialogue, in my opinion. On one side are people who watched a previous administration bring 12 million people in over the course of 4 years, and many of them undocumented, many of them criminals, etc. This is another administration's corrective. Now, whether you agree with the policies or procedures, I think I could actually be sympathetic to some of the things where there have been challenges to and decency. At the same time, these are what are called targeted interventions by ICE to keep the American people safe.
If I respectfully may interject here, I've been out reporting on a lot of these, and they're not targeted. There are no warrants signed by a judge, let me finish. And they're American citizens, many of them. Most of the people that they detain don't have criminal convictions or criminal records.
I'm not going to get into the weeds.
But you should know that, though. Don't you think that's part of it?
Yes, and I could also show you many opposing sides where we're also picking up the very criminals that have put Americans in danger. And I'm not saying it's pretty. I'm not saying it's not messy. I'm not saying it couldn't be better. I'm saying this is a part of a much larger dialogue in which one administration caused a great deal of chaos and havoc and danger for American citizens, and another is trying to correct that.
Do you believe that? Why honestly, let me talk to you just on the facts. Yes, I am. I want to give you the facts.
No.
Did you know that undocumented people and immigrants commit far less crime than American citizens?
We're done here. We're done here.
Than natural-born Americans? You won't listen.
If you could ask,
I'm giving you the facts. It is.
Give me facts. I would have a conversation.
But I can respond to you.
No,
but
did Jesus stand with the oppressed?
Because he doesn't want to listen to facts. That's the interesting thing about this, is that they won't listen to facts.
No.
You won't, because
when you pose as a journalist,
I am a journalist. Journalist gives facts.
And then you start correcting me with facts and don't have.
You shouldn't hear the facts.
Of course, I should
most
hear
of the people
facts.
who are picked up
will
are
you
not.
Give me the facts on both sides.
That is the facts on both sides. Most of the people who are picked up and are detained are not convicted. They have no criminal convictions. They have no criminal record. None. That immigrants commit far less crime than native-born Americans. So they won't listen to the facts. Anyways, these folks are still out here. There you go. All right. Let's go talk to Nakima. Can you grab the mic for me, please? It's in the car. What's interesting to me is when you try to give them facts and they call you biased and they're not a journalist. How do you feel?
I feel that we did what needed to be done. You heard the pastor say, Lord chasing us to get our house in order. And that's what we were here to do.
They said that they think you lost and this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not a place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
Are you sure he's in it?
If you go to City's Church website, you will see him listed as a pastor. And the moment I mentioned his name, I tried to say I am a reverend. You asked for the Lord to put your house in order. The moment I mentioned David Easterwood, he tried to shut me down. So you can go to their website and see Dave Easterwood listed, David Easterwood, and he's all over the court decision that just came out in with Judge Melendez, where the ACLU filed suit on behalf of 6 Minnesota residents because of the abuse by ICE and them violating people's constitutional laws. He also appears on C-SPAN with Christy Nome. That is the same guy listed as a pastor here at City's Church.
So what happens next, Nakima? What do you think this does?
It depends on this church. I know that this church will never be the same after today. And I think that the people who worship here will have to decide which side are they on. The side of the Lord, truth, righteousness, or justice, or the side that pretends to be on the Lord while harboring someone who is helping to perpetuate evil in our community. The guy who oversees ICE agents. How dare you claim to be a minister of Jesus? I am a reverend, I am a lawyer, I am an activist, and I stand on the side of freedom, justice, truth, and righteousness.
Did you,
period.
You can show some of that mic too as well. Did you try to talk to the leadership of the church?
You saw me try directly to talk to the leadership when I disrupted the church service. And he tried to shut us down after we mentioned David Easterwood.
Yeah, I asked him, why don't you try to talk to the folks? And he said that, this was a disruption and,
Yeah, because they didn't read the Bible where Jesus came into his Father's house and flipped over tables because they were pretending to worship the Lord. They were pretending to follow the word, but their actions were not in alignment. So we came and flipped over a table today. This injustice, this unrighteousness will not stand. You cannot be a pastor while also being the director of the field office for ICE in St. Paul.
Do you?
Absolutely not.
You're going to continue to do this?
We will continue to do whatever is necessary to bring justice to our community and justice for Renee Good.
Thank you. And now what? You can't tell me, right? Do you want me to hold your mic or you're good? You're good? Okay.
And you can talk to any other people, out here
Talk to these guys.
as to why they're here standing for justice.